तव कर कमल वरे नखाम अद्भुत श्रृंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृंगा केशवधृता नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमल वरे नखा अद्भुत श्रृंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृंगा जय नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज भक्ति विघ्न विनाशक श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव भगवान की भक्तराज प्रहलाद महाराज की जय निदाय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
हरे कृष्णा। अभी भगवत गीता पे क्लास होगा इंग्लिश में, तो कृपया करके जिनको क्लास सुनना है वो शांति से यहाँ पर बैठे रहिए। हरे कृष्णा। Now there will be the class on Bhagavad Gita in English, so please be seated in temple hall. Hare Krishna. Thank you. ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे नीताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय कलियुग पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyev cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. We are reading from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text number 69. Chapter is entitled Contents of the Gita Summarized. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti sanyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato muneh. What is night for all beings is the time of awakening for the self-controlled. And the time of awakening for all beings is night for the introspective sage. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. There are two classes of intelligent men. One is intelligent in material activities for sense gratification, and the other is introspective and awake for the cultivation of self-realization. Activities of the introspective sage or thoughtful man are night for persons materially absorbed. Materialistic persons remain asleep in such a night due to their ignorance of self-realization. The introspective sage remains alert in the night of the materialistic men. The sage feels transcendental pleasure in the gradual advancement of spiritual culture, whereas the man in materialistic activities, being asleep to self-realization, dreams of varieties of sense pleasure, feeling sometimes happy and sometimes distressed in his sleeping condition. The introspective man is always indifferent to materialistic happiness and distress. He goes on with his self-realization activities undisturbed by material reactions. So this is the section of the Gita, second chapter. Krishna is giving the characteristics of Atmaram, people who are Atmaram, those who are on the path of self-realization. So, Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutanam, that which is Nisha or night for Sarva Bhutanam, for all living beings, is tasyam jagarti sanyami. At that time, the sage is jagarti, is awake. And yasyam jagarti bhutani. When everyone else is awake, sanisha pashyato mune, is a night for the introspective sage. So this verse essentially is talking about two types of people. It is not simply talking about daytime and nighttime, which is definitely there, but more than the physical day and night. This verse is talking about two mentalities, two different types of people. Spiritualist, people who are spiritually oriented, and people who are not spiritually oriented, whom we call materially oriented. So how do these two people differ? They have different goals, they have different value systems, what is right, what is wrong, what is good and what is bad. They have different outlooks towards life, what they understand by life. They have two contrasting opinions. Then they differ in ideologies, the philosophy of life, what they consider is right. And they have different role models. They have different arrangements for happiness. So in every department, every area, these two people have different sets of activities, choices. So in this verse, Krishna says, people who are spiritually oriented, they are awake when other people are asleep. So usually, people are expected to go to sleep at night time, and they are expected to become awake, remain awake at early morning. But in a materialistic society, when people are supposed to get up, remain awake, get up from their sleep, that time these people are fast asleep. So scriptures tell us that ideally one should get up early morning. When the sun is rising, you should also be rising. Or maybe a little earlier, before the sunrise. At least at the time of sunrise. Sunrise is a time of awakening. And when the sun sets, we also should wind up our activities gradually and then go to sleep. That's a natural body cycle. If our body is tuned to nature's cycle, the body also remains healthy, mind remains healthy. But in a materialistic society, night becomes the active life. This is a time when people get active, especially in cities. We want to go to parties and other forms of entertainment, movies. So movie, night time, midnight show, and then late night. That's the time people have active life. And when they are expected to be awake, that time we are fast asleep. So it's not uncommon to see people get up at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, sometimes 12 also. Noon time, people waking up. So that's the literal meaning, night and day. But in terms of ideologies, so such introspective sage means their goal of life is self-realization. Like in one of the Upanishads it is said. So the night denotes darkness, which in turn suggests lethargy, indifference, incomprehension, whereas the time of awakening or daytime connotes light, which in turn suggests energy, interest, and insight. The domains of self-discipline and self-realization are of little interest to materialists. To a materialistic person, you talk about the importance of studying scripture and understanding what is the self, pursue self-realization. They have no interest. Who often dismiss such pursuits as impractical, irrelevant, and irrational. You talk about meditation, prayer, yoga maybe. They feel it is impractical. What is the use? It is outdated, unfashionable. But those domains are life's primary purpose for spiritualists who hold that these pursuits alone infuse life with enduring meaning and fulfilling purpose. So if we don't have a sacred understanding to life, then we pursue all kinds of materialistic goals. But if we understand that life has a purpose, a sacred purpose, a divine purpose, then our approach to life changes. What we consider worthless will now become very valuable. So, in the Upanishads, there is one nice statement. It says, Uttishta Jagrata Prapyavaran Nibodata. Lord Chaitanya also says, Jeev Jago, Gaura Chandra Bole. Pishachira Kole. O conditioned sleeping soul, please wake up. Wake up. Wake up from your sleep. Now you are lying on the lap of the witch known as Maya. Peacefully you are sleeping on the lap of the witch named Maya. Maya is a witch, very dangerous. And you are totally oblivious to the fact, lying down peacefully as if this is the most safest place. Wake up, because the time is less. Prapyavaran, Uttishta. Prapyavaran, make the best use of this opportunity of human life. Don't remain asleep. Kotha nidra jao maya, pishachi rakole. Don't remain asleep. And in the Bhagavatam you find a contrast about, this is Prahlad Maharaj talking about materialistic life. He says, Puna punascharvita charvananam. How is the materialistic life? They will keep on chasing those same goals which they have already tasted. Puna punascharvita charvanana. So the example is given. Suppose you want to drink sugarcane juice. So take a bundle of sugarcane, you put it inside that machine, and first time it will extract a lot of juice. Then he will put the same thing again the juice comes out. Now he has to fold it, and then he inserts it. Then some juice comes out. Again he folds it. Again he inserts it. Some little comes out. So he may do it 5, 6, 10 times until the last drop of juice is extracted. Then if you put it, then nothing comes out. And if someone tries to chew that sugarcane, जिसमें से पूरा juice निकल चुका है, what do you get? You don't get anything. It is dry, tasteless. Similarly, the Shastras describe that trying to extract pleasure out of materialistic activities is like trying to extract juice from such kind of sugarcane. When someone attempts materialistic activity, initially there is lot of happiness, lot of juice coming out. Then you do the same thing again. Then it reduces a little bit. Third time, it reduces even further. fourth time, still further. A time comes when there is no pleasure at all. Then it is boring. Then it becomes disgusting. Then what do? We think, yeah, activity my problem hai. Let me change the activity. Let me now look for another type of enjoyment. And again the cycle continues. Initially there is a lot of joy. Then it goes on reducing. Then you try to change another thing. In this way, we keep on attempting to extract joy out of all kinds of materialistic activity. This is what Prahlad says. Punah punas charvita charvananam. Repeatedly chewing that which has already been chewed. निकला हुआ है उसमें सब रस. But spiritualists understand that there is actually no joy in materialistic activities. Although it is advertised as variety. This is this entertainment, that entertainment, this movie, this party. But a spiritualist understand essentially सब कुछ एक ही है. Although it is glamorized and presented as a lot big variety, the substance inside is the same. Just like you purchase a farsan ka packet. The packet looks big. And there are hardly 10 chips inside. Right? Hawa pura bhara hua. And then you open it expecting lot of material inside. You pay a huge amount, hardly anything comes out of it. That's how materialistic pleasures are. Advertised as big thing, but inside there is hardly anything. On the other hand, spiritual pleasure is exactly the opposite. That's what scriptures tell us. Initially it appears boring. When we are told the actual happiness is in this, self-realization, in devotional activities, in chanting, in prayer, in meditation. So we find it boring. Somehow we struggle to sit through the meditation. We are told at least chant 15 minutes. So when we start chanting and we are counting, when will 15 minutes get over? Struggling to get through the 15 minutes. And as soon as the 15th minute is over, we feel, done with it. Now let me enjoy. But a practitioner who is serious, such a person feels greater and greater pleasure in these activities. As our joy increases in doing these spiritual activities, devotional activities, our taste for material activities will reduce. This is an interesting development. The more we are interested in non-devotional activities, the less will be our taste for devotional activity. And as this increases, this will reduce. Both cannot simultaneously exist. So therefore, Prahlad says, never try to tat prayaso na kartavyo yata ayurvyaya param na tatha vindate kshemam mukunda charanam bhujam. Therefore, oh my friends, he is telling his classmates, do not put so much effort in trying to enjoy these kind of activities. Instead, focus your attention on service to Mukunda, Mukunda charanam bhujam. Na tatha vindate kshemam, Mukunda charanam bhujam. So a materialistic person, again coming to this verse, outlook, how different outlooks they have. So people like in science, they try to find pattern. So Newton observed apple falling, and then he discovered the law of gravity. And then how light optics, how they function, how sound travels in air, or how certain chemicals react, chemical properties We have the periodic table, how elements are arranged. So scientists try to find pattern, similarities in pattern, and based on that, they try to formulate a law. Electrical laws, chemical laws, biochemical laws, physical laws, heat, light, sound. Jai Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagavan ki. So in this way, we try to find a pattern. And then all these subjects have evolved. Physics, chemistry, biology, astronomy, electricity, electromagnetics. So although so much studies have been done to study these laws, what we miss is how all these sciences fit together, and it is pointing to some higher divine laws. It's like isolated subjects, isolated islands with full of meaning, but all of them put together have no meaning. But scriptures point out how everything in the universe, everything that we see, it is pointing to a spiritual reality, a reality far beyond what is observable in nature. So that outlook, difference in outlook, is visible. In the Gita, Krishna talks about how materialistic people have a definition of happiness, and how spiritual people have different definition of happiness. Krishna says, Yattadagre vishamiva pariname amrutopamam tat sukham satvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. So yattadagre, agre vishamiva. In the beginning it is like poison. Visham means poison. Agre vishamiva. In the beginning it is like poison. Spiritual activities. But pariname amrutopamam. Parinam is amrit, nectar like. Tat sukham satvikam proktam. That kind of happiness is in the mode of goodness, which gives rise to self-realization. Atma buddhi prasadajam. So poison in the beginning, but nectar in the end. So we find uninteresting to take up spiritual activity because it is not so exciting. But only when we pursue, remain fixed up, then over a period of time, we start enjoying it. That kind of happiness, Krishna says, is in the mode of goodness. On the other hand, there is exact reverse happiness. What appears to be nectar in the beginning, Vishayendriya Sanyogad Yattad Agre Amrutopamam. The happiness derived out of the union of senses and their objects. Vishaya Indriya Sanyogad. So we have eyes, ears, nose, all the senses and their corresponding objects. Good objects to see, good music to hear. When they come in touch, there is some happiness. Agre Mrutopama. In the beginning it is like Amrit. But Krishna says, Pariname Vishamiva. The after effect is like poison. Such happiness is in the mode of passion, passionate enjoyment. So you want instant, everything instant happiness. Instant money, instant pleasures, everything instant. If within a first minute I find it boring, I give it up. The moment I click something, I want some excitement. That's how these reels and shorts, they have to catch the attention. The very first few microseconds you have to excite the viewer. Because if you don't, then he will go to some other place. And then your effort is gone. So that kind of happiness, Krishna is in the mode of passion. the consequence is vishamiva. It's poison. But this far-sightedness is missing in people. We don't care to understand how it can be poison later, how it can have dangerous effects on me. It could be their mental health, physical health. Some way it is going to harm me. But most people don't spend enough time to think about the after effects. Abhi hai na, maja aa raha hai na. That's it. That's a sign of less intelligence. In fact, it is a sign of Kali Yuga, this age. Manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya hyupadruta. The Bhagavatam says, people in this age cannot look beyond the immediate pleasures. Even if 100 warnings are given, this can be dangerous to you, this can be harmful to you, this can destroy your health, this can destroy your life. Such gross warnings, in spite of giving them, people don't accept the real thing. They are unable to reject such temptations. So in this way, Krishna describes these two types of people. Spiritually oriented people will think twice before indulging in temptations, whereas other people will blindly indulge in temptations. So this verse also talks about how even among people who follow religion, still there are differences of thoughts. So most people who follow some form of religion, they practice religion in order to gain some material benefit. I go to temple, I go do this puja, I practice this ritual because I get something out of it. So this is considered, majority of the people will practice some form of religion in order to get something out of it. But among such people, there is one small percentage of people who will look for something beyond material benefits. So moralists, ordinary religionists, and transcendentalists. So in the Gita also, in the beginning, Arjun was talking about all kinds of morality in the beginning. Why he should not fight the war, because this will be the consequence, this will be the danger. But then Krishna speaks the Gita and tells him, you should fight the war not because there is some gain or loss. Gain or loss is a preliminary level of calculation. Oh, if I fight the war, I'll enjoy the kingdom. If I lose the war, I will suffer. This is okay, but there's something better than this. Krishna says you fight the war because it is the right thing to do. Whether you gain or lose temporarily, that's not so important. Fight the war because I want the war to happen. What is Krishna's mission? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. Dharma samsthapanartha. To re-establish principles of religion, Krishna descends sambhavami yuge yuge. If that is the mission, then you should fight to assist in this mission. Whether you get enjoyment or no enjoyment, that's secondary. In fact, that is irrelevant. That's a higher form of duty. So then Arjun agrees to fight the war after hearing the whole Gita. His outlook changes. Initially his outlook was, what's in it for me? What will I gain? If I fight the war, there is loss. If I don't fight, there may be gain. He was calculating based on his gain or loss. But then after hearing the Gita, his outlook changed. His outlook became, what will benefit? What will give pleasure to Krishna? What will benefit the world? What is the right thing to do? Whether I gain or lose, it's not so important. Ultimately, you gain only when you do the right thing. But it may appear that I am losing something. So this is our change of outlook. Yanisha sarva bhutanam. Most people have a certain pattern of thinking, certain outlook of life. Rarely one or two people, few people will stand out and they will have a different outlook. In the 7th chapter also Krishna says, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhe yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tattvataha. Says Manushyanam sahasreshu, out of thousands, sahasreshu, human beings, kaschid yatati siddhe. Rarely you will find one person who is serious about self-realization. Among thousands, one is talking about self, God, self-realization. And out of thousands of, among such people, among thousands of people who are talking about self-realization, rarely you will find one person who is successfully reaching the goal. Kaschin mam veti tattvataha. Krishna says, rarely one person will actually understand me as I am. So it is such a rare thing. It is easy to go with the crowd. Everyone is doing it, therefore I am doing it. Which can be valid in some cases. But when it comes to serious purposes of life, we need to think, is it really the thing? Is it really the valuable thing to do, right thing to do? So, everyone is pursuing a certain course. Everyone is taking up science or commerce. Everyone is doing engineering, MBBS. So I also did. And then you have unemployment. For 10 jobs, you have 10,000 applications. Everyone is doing the same thing. So Krishna says, rarely you will find people thinking in a different direction. Especially in terms of self-realization. Especially in this age of Kali Yuga, the age of distractions, age of all kinds of temptations and allurements. When you are bombarded with 10,000 temptations and advertisements, how will one get time to think something serious about life? Therefore, Vedic culture recommends simple living, high thinking. Simple living doesn't mean you live a life of poverty. Simple living means, for the basic necessities of life, simplify. Simplify. When you simplify life, then we have enough time to think about serious matters of life. If for example, to get to my workplace, I have to travel 2 hours. I have to first take an auto, and then take a bus, and then take a train, and then walk. Finally, I reach my office, and then work there for minimum 8 hours, sometimes 10 hours, sometimes 12 hours, and then again travel all the way back, train, bus, auto, taxi, and then you come home exhausted. And then you have to eat something, then you have to go to rest. Again the next day, the cycle begins. So just to earn my livelihood, I have to struggle so hard. 5 days, 6 days gone, one day you get a week off, and then you need some break after 6 days hard work. So week after week, months go by, years go by. Most people have to live like this. Where is the time to think about deeper realities of life? Therefore, Vedic culture recommends simplify. Simplify things. as much as possible, so that sometime you get where you think about something deeper, some deeper realities. When we open the Gita or when we open the Mahabharata or Ramayana and hear some wisdom, read about some wisdom, we should be in a frame of mind where we can think about it, understand it, digest the statement. But if you are constantly bombarded by anxieties and allurements and temptations and distractions and advertisements and pop-ups, how can we turn our mind to go deeper inside to these wisdom texts? That's why the Bhagavatam says, Manda sumanda matayo, manda bhagya hyupadruta. People are dull. In general, people are dull. When you talk about some spiritual subject matter, it doesn't enter into our heads because we have been dumbed by so many bombardments. And we are disturbed by so many anxieties, so many stress, so much depression. In the Bhagavatam, you find another characteristic of people who are spiritually oriented and materially oriented. It talks about what kind of books these two people like to read. This is a conversation between Narad Muni and Vyasadev. Vyasadev had written a lot of literature, all the Vedic literatures, the 4 Vedas, the Puranas, Upanishads, everything he had written down. And then still he felt something is missing. I am feeling dissatisfied within. What have I done wrong? So when he was thinking like this, Narad Muni comes there, his teacher. So he presents the problem in front of him. So Narad Muni says, you have done a great job. Writing so many books is not easy. Thousands of shlokas, dividing them into various themes and headings and titles. Done a really nice job. But in all these books, the emphasis has been how you do certain thing, so you get certain thing. Do this to get this. Do this to get this. Do that to get that. Do this to get this. It's like a business transaction. It is not really spiritual. In the name of dharma, in the name of adhyatma, you have simply encouraged the same materialistic attitude. What is different about a general pursuit of life? People in general want to enjoy material enjoyment, and you have given facility for the same enjoyment in the name of dharma. So therefore you are finding it something is missing. Therefore now you write something which will not talk about this, getting this, getting that, getting this. Write something pure and uncontaminated. Write about the different activities of Krishna and his various incarnations, his devotees, how they have sacrificed their lives to serving God unconditionally, without any selfish motive. Write a book exclusively for this. And don't mention anything about how to enjoy position, how to enjoy facilities. Okay, do this. If you do this, then you can get a good position, name and fame and recognition. Nothing of this inferior topics. That's when Vyasadeva writes the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam. So there in that conversation, Narad Muni says, there are 2 types of people. One type of people will enjoy literature that is full of mundane subject matters. Nayadvachas chitrapadam harer yasho Jagat pavitram pragranita karhichit. Tad vayasam tirtham ushanti manasa nayatra hamsa niramantu shikshaya. So he compares these two people to two kinds of birds, crows and swans. Crows, what is their nature? Crows will go to that place where it is full of garbage. Kachra beti ke udhar. They will go there and try to enjoy that kachra. So Narad Muni calls it Vayasam Tirtham. Vayasam Tirtham means a place of pilgrimage for crows. Vayasa is crow. Where crows assemble and they enjoy the garbage. Now to such places, you will never find parrots and swans. They are a different class altogether. So similarly, mundane literature that talk about all other subject matters except Krishna consciousness, except devotional, spiritual subject matters, that is compared to a huge pile of garbage, where all kinds of people will assemble and want to read and enjoy that subject. Spiritually minded people will not take pleasure in these subject matters. And in contrast, you have Tadvag Visargo Janataga Viplavo Yasmin Pratishlokam Abadhavatyapi. Narad Muni says, on the other hand, literature that talks about pure, unalloyed glories of Krishna and his various devotees, these literature are read by those people who are thoroughly honest and sincere. For such people, garbage literature is the last thing they will want to read. They take pleasure in these kind of subject matters. So in this way, the scriptures talk about these two types of people. So their outlook is always different. The way we analyze people, the way we analyze situations, circumstances, what kind of conclusions we derive, their conclusions will always differ. Exactly opposite. Ya nisha sarva bhutana. Like night and day. How night and day are totally contrasting. Similarly, these two types of people will be contrasting each other in their habits, in their outlooks, in their value systems, in their goals. Like in the Mahabharata, you find this incident. Every time, so many times, so many sages and authorities try to advise Duryodhan that what you are doing is wrong. Do not try to cheat the Pandavas. Please give their share of the kingdom and live peacefully. Why do you want to unnecessarily fight with your cousins? You belong to the same family and both of you have rights over the property. Just share and live peacefully. But in spite of so many people advising Duryodhan, he just wouldn't get convinced. He felt, I have the entire right to everything here and I cannot give anything, share anything with them. So during the Mahabharata war, several instances happened where Duryodhana would feel, maybe I should not fight. Like one time, this is the time when Dronacharya was the commander-in-chief. After Bhishma fell, 13th or 14th day of the war, and Duryodhana had said, I want Yudhishthir to be captured. Capture Yudhishthir and then that's it. Then we can handle everything. So Dronacharya had arranged the army in such a way that Yudhishthira can be captured. But somehow he was unsuccessful. 2 or 3 days he tried, and at the last moment he would fail to capture Yudhishthira. Somehow Arjun would come, Bhim would come and protect Yudhishthira. And Dronacharya was unable to capture Yudhishthira. So Duryodhana got frustrated. He thought Dronacharya is not putting enough effort because he is having a soft corner towards the Pandavas. Because Arjun is his favorite student, Pandavas are his favorite student, pet students. So therefore Dronacharya is not putting enough effort to capture Yudhishthira. So he started accusing Dronacharya. You are not, although you are my commander-in-chief, you are siding with the Pandavas. So Dronacharya said, can't you see I am putting so much effort? I'm struggling hard since morning till evening, putting all my effort to fulfill your desire. And in spite of all this effort, you are still accusing me? He said, ultimately everything depends on destiny. If destiny doesn't support us, we can't do anything. And the Lord of Destiny is sitting on Arjun's chariot as his chariot driver. So there is destiny which applies to everyone, and the controller of destiny is personally guiding Arjun. So how are you going to be successful? So when Duryodhana heard this, he became a little thoughtful and said, yeah, oh, is it like this? And he became thoughtful and started thinking, maybe Krishna is God. But that kind of thought didn't last long. Very soon he thought, how can, if Krishna is God, then why would he do this? And then why would he do that? How could Abhimanyu get killed? How could this happen? So this is how, in spite of all kinds of evidences available to prove the right and the wrong, distinguish the right and the wrong, materialistic people can never appreciate deeper devotional principles. Their outlook will always remain negative. So in this way, the scriptures, the Gita talks about these two types of people. Several instances come in the Gita where Krishna contrasts two approaches. And those who are faithful and non-envious, they will have a certain destination. Those who are faithless and envious, they go to a different destination. Several times you find this kind of points coming up. Ashraddhana purusha dharmasyasya parantapa aprapya mam nivartante mrityu samsara vartmani. Those who always keep challenging, questioning, not having enough faith, mrityu samsara vartmani. They keep on rotating the cycle of birth and death. But those who are faithful, they go to the highest destination. So in this section, in this verse, Krishna is talking about this two different types of people. So we'll stop here. If anyone has any question or comment, we can discuss. There is one nice Gita course coming up on September 20, 21, 22. It's a three-day Gita course called Bhagavad Gita Essentials. So if anyone is interested, you can enroll for this. The topics covered are happiness, myth or reality. God exists, but so what? Is bad really bad? So these are topics covered. You can enroll with Alpesh Prabhu standing there. Yantra Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Rama Rama. कम कर दो भाई. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Jai Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagwan ki jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna